for this sort of different variations of some of the Scotches. Not everyone plays the Scotch in favor of the Lopez at the high levels. In fact, very few do it consistently. But here he's showing some modern Scotch theory, this idea of H4. We saw 𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬 play, I believe last year in 2019 at the India Tata Steel Rapid and Blitz. But this idea is just a super sharp position, and I think we're going to see more of this, because when your instincts kick in, you play what you're comfortable with, and this is what Nodirbek usually goes for, is these sort of super messy Scotch positions.
Messy is good. You're playing Wesley So.
Yeah.
Messy is good. Logical, sensible,
No.
clean. We need dirty. We need it to look like your teenager's bedroom. This is what you need when you play these positions, when you play a Wesley So. You need it messy as ever. You need it wild. You need chaos. Because if you keep it simple, you're going to lose. He's just too solid. You are going to lose if you don't mix it up. So I want to see sharp positions. I want to see crazy positions. There's unbalanced structure on the queen side for black, where pawns look terrible. White's down a pawn. Yeah, so what? Who cares? Let's keep this fun and interesting. This is what he needs. And he should have gone for it from the get-go. The last game, when he should have played B5 early in that last game and keep the game going, I'd say that's a disappointment. The match is now 3-0. 3-0. He hasn't won a game. He hasn't drawn a game. I mean,
no, it's
you can't keep it like this.
You got to start getting some W's. Diamond member Tip and Shimmy in the Chess TV chat said almost impossible to hold those endgames against So, especially in speed chess. I agree. Shout out to everyone who's with us. We're watching the chat rooms. We can't always call you out, but thanks for being active and positive. Thanks to all of our subscribers and premium members. You guys make this happen. All right. What do we do now?
I love the chat. You know, now that I'm streaming on Twitch, I love the chat. The chat is smart. The chat is smart. They can be smart alecky as well.
Yes.
But you could tell we got intelligent chat, and they always have some nice things to say.
And I think... Sorry, Maurice, go ahead.
No, what I was going to say is now we get this position where if I'm black, I hate it. Like, ew, right? It looks awful. The pawn structure looks miserable.
No, and I was just going to highlight that last move shows why I think Nodirbek should keep going for this, because Wesley is not going to be as familiar on the black sides of these as he is in some of the Spanish weapons that they play at the highest levels more often, or a more traditional Italian or gioco piano. I think Nodirbek can get some spicy stuff here. We'll see what move he comes up with.
He'd love to play knight g5 right now, knight g5, and then take the light square bishop and then see if he's got pressure. But he doesn't want that. I mean, it's probably technically the way to play. But if I were him, I'd be patient still. Again, the key word is patience. Just chill. But there is a move to watch out for that Wesley is eyeing, and that is the move rook to d4. Wesley's sniffing at this move. Right? Yeah. So a4, okay, for now. Also, f5. I was going to say f5 is another move to be a bit careful for in this position. And he's played a5 in response. Hello, what? He just wants to open up the line and get at the a8 square. That's sharp. I'm not sure it's accurate, but we need like I said, teenager's bedroom. You've got to have this kind of position on the board, and he's got it. He's got something super messy. He's got the d5 square. He's not breaking through, though, on the queen side. This is an issue, so Wesley still can hold this. And c6. If I'm white, I'm happy to see moves like that. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind. I know you stopped my knight from coming into a key square, but I'm happy to see moves like that. Unusual. F3, I don't like that one.
And I'm not happy to see moves like that. Suddenly, I was going to say, I thought F4 was probably what the doctor ordered, but...
Well, G5 is coming eventually. F4 is coming eventually. Black has a clear path to counterplay, and we're not doing anything. What are we playing F3 for? Slowing what down? I don't understand. I guess he's trying to stop E4, but if you have to stop and play positionally, something went wrong.
Well, the same reason, if we go to the analysis board, that Maurice didn't like seeing C6 for Wesley is the same reason you don't like seeing this. Whenever you're in a position with kings on opposite sides of the board, of course, this is an over-exaggeration, but usually every pawn move you make in front of your king is a bad sign, and every pawn move they make in front of their king is a good sign. Of course, there are exceptions, but it's just a weird way, and not the kind of lesson you want to take from this if you're a viewer, because I think Nodirbek is giving up his advantage with every move he makes around his own king's position.
Give him credit, though. That last move he made, F4, is a really interesting idea. Like F4, can you imagine in a position like this?
Yeah.
I mean, is that real? I would have wanted to sack on f4 my bishop and gang tackle you on the G line somehow.
Yeah.
But I don't see how it works. Was bishop takes f4 possible here?
That would have been super interesting. Takes, and quickly flip the script over here.
Just
that might have been really dangerous for white. What?
Yeah, maybe it's not necessary. Wesley doesn't take risks like that. But I like what's happened to the position now for white. But knight a4, leaving. Yeah, and let's see the clock times. He's got enough time on the clock, but he's playing suboptimal moves, is what I'll say. This is fine now for black. Black is solid. Everything is connected. I'd like to sack on d7. That's my dream. Rook takes d7. The problem is g3 is hanging at the moment. But if only I could play queen f3 and sack, that would really get white what he wants. But it doesn't seem as though he's going to have any time to get what he needs going. And is bishop takes b2, or bishop takes b2, and planting the knight on e5 will be a possibility. I think white should be okay here, but I don't see what to do. Queen f3.
Yeah, it feels like white
takes knight e5. Oh yeah, we got a problem. We can't play queen f3, which is the preferred move, because of take on b2 and then take on d1. Oh no, I'm zooing. I can't take on d1. I saw right through my knight. Can you believe that? Right through the knight. Rook takes d1.
Well, not yet, but you can play knight e5 with tempo and then take on d1. But,
so this is the question. So if queen f3 takes, and then knight e5.
Yeah, let's look at it. Queen f3 takes, knight e5 with tempo.
Rook takes on. I would think you have to take on
d8
with check, forcing king takes. And now we should be okay because the knight's not threatening anything. So something like queen d1 would work, or queen d1 and knight d3 looks like it's reasonable. Suddenly,
a number of moves there, I think, and
now we're okay. Now we'd be fine. So what's wrong with queen f3? And
it looks like it's been played. In fact,
it was played. That was my biggest worry.
Trade on e5 occurred first, and then queen f3.
Okay, but this is going straight into an endgame that white is fine. Why can't I trade twice, and move my queen to maybe f4? And what's the danger?
Yeah, and he's going to do exactly that, so we don't even need to analyze it.
Yeah,
Maurice's line is on the board. We're headed to a knight endgame where nice move. He takes c5 before regathering the g3 pawn. That's key.
Yeah, excellent, because f4 is 96 check. So he's getting the g3 pawn no matter what, and he's guarding the only weakness on b3. This is
Wesley,
fine.
For the first time, makes a mistake today, right? How often have we said that? And there he goes, leaving his chair, going to use his 2-minute time advantage to maybe use the restroom. Or
bang his head against the wall. Well, no, it's not that serious.
Well,
it's not that serious. He's giving the kid a draw. But yeah, he's probably going to use this 2 minutes, as you said, restroom break. Smart.
I will say what's funny, Maurice, is Wesley he's definitely of the most experience, right? Other than Hikaru, Wesley has played in as many of these, games and events, and I think that, they tend to work the clock, right? He knows he has an advantage. This is part of the meta strategy we see that we don't have in other events, where he's like, "Look, I'm up on the match. I'm just going to let the clock tick for a little bit here, take a breath, and go to the bathroom."
Yeah, it's a draw.
Yeah. All right.
He knew it. Well done. Well done by Wesley. Interesting technique right there. Yes, the bleeding indeed did stop, but I'm agreeing with you, Danny, 100%. He's going back into those scotches.
Yep.
He's totally going back. And now Wesley decides to go.
Wow.
Well, look what we get, a fried liver.
Yeah, we haven't seen this. I haven't seen this on the board in a really long time with guys like this. Let's go to the opening just to remind everybody what Maurice just said. The fried liver, for those who don't speak French, just kidding. But the chess opening, you don't see at the high levels very often, is this move knight g5. Nodirbek immediately responds with the most well-known, I guess,